Hello everybody, we're back with Slay the Spire today, and we are going to hopefully get our silent victory. Silent being Lord of the Jungle. Uh, the beasts call her brother, the ghost who stalks. Let's see here. Hmm. Tempted to do that. Although losing your starting relic, obtain a boss relic, is not always the worst idea with her because she just starts with Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. That's literally just bag of preparation. So let's do that. Slaver's Collar. During boss and elite combats, gain energy at the start of your turn. That's not too bad. That is going to, yeah, risk reward. That's us whole game. That's going to allow us to take on those early elites. Um, so let's go ahead and decide our path. Um, yeah, so we were playing as the Silent, and as much as I'd like if she could summon the strength of 10 tigers, we're probably going to go for that Shiv build that fell apart in the last episode. Um, Frankly, that's my favorite way to play as her. Shivs are just fun. You know, they even sound fun. Shivs. So this combat shouldn't be too bad with for us. We already got him down to 8 health. Yeah, so even with his shield, nope, no lethal. That's alright. We got another turn here to try it out, and we are fine. So, let's see. And right away, we are offered shivs. But, and there's Tactician, unplayable. If this card is discarded from your hand, gain 1 energy. This is part of her Disco Silent. I think this is like the only unplayable card she has left as well. We're going to go with an early game Predator, especially because we got the extra energy when we go into an elite fight. And yeah, you know, we got a path here that we can fight 2 elites if we want to. That will also help us on elites. Enemies with weak deal 40% less damage rather than 25%. Very good. We're going to accept a little bit of that damage, just so that we could take out the smaller slime pool. Or blob. I don't know. Whatever slimes want to be called these days. Let's see. Yeah, same deal. We're going to have that extra energy on our boss fight, so the ability to draw through our deck faster will help that a lot. Alright, not a bad opening turn. Get our full 18 damage. You know, I was discussing this at one point in time on the forums about how much a character can do in their opening turn as far as damage goes. We should have just killed him. And back then, you only had the Silent and the Ironclad as your choices. But basically, the Silent, you know, best possible hand, basic cards only, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage, right? And the Ironclad can do 18, 3 strikes, because a unupgraded bash, even with the applied vulnerability, will only do 17 damage. So the Silent at the time was technically the better opening character. And plus then you weaken on a perfect hand. Then you have the defect, like a perfect hand would be probably dual cast for 16 and then 2 strikes for 12, which would be 28. So, you know, again, just keeps going up. I think the perfect opening hand, everything unupgraded on the Watcher would be still only 21 damage. Because you do Wrath for 9, That gives you one. No, actually, you could do Vigilance to enter Calm, Miracle, Wrath. So that would be 9, and then 2 strikes for 24, 31. Yeah, so they're like increasing the amount of opening damage a character can do, and that gives you kind of an idea of their opening potential. You know, I forgot what the relevance of that was or where I was exactly going with it, but it's just some food for thought there. That, you know, base deck only, each future incarnation of a character, each different colored character has gotten stronger as time goes on. So if they release a 5th character, you know, they would have to do more than 31 damage opening turn. And I think the flip side to that is the complexity of their play. So, like, the Silent is a much more complex character than the Ironclad. The Ironclad knows 2 things. Bash the hell out of the opponent, or, you know, build a wall around himself, like a defensive wall that is impenetrable. And the Silent has a lot more options, because the Silent can go hard hits, but the Silent can also you know, do poison. The Silent can defend. The Silent can be tricky. And the Defect has a whole bunch of paths to victory. He can do lightning. He can do frost. He can do rainbow orbs. He can do hard hits. He can do infinite combos. I mean, frankly, he can do infinite a lot easier than the other characters can. You know, one of my favorite ways to play the Ironclad is to do an infinite combo deck, but it's a lot easier to build that with Unceasing Top or something using the Defect. But anyway, so right now we got to figure out where we're actually going with this deck. As you can see, we're not really getting anything in particular here besides taking advantage of our extra energy on turn 1 and getting a little bit of area of effect attacks. So our options are to attempt to go for she has 2 unplayable cards, so we can try to get some unplayable cards and work our way into a Disco Silent deck. We can continue to stack up multi-hits and hope that we get some means of administering strength, or we can attempt to pivot into shivs like I wanted to do in the first place. Since this is just a generally useless card and we already have a copy of Dagger Spray, it is not even worth going for a Disco Silent build unless they give you tools of the trade right off the bat. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to upgrade Predator. Just give us a giant hit. I'm going to keep on... Ooh, see? That'll help. So if we draw Predator turn 1, Bag of Marbles will make that a massive hit. Alright, we're going to spin the Goblin Wheel. Hopefully we either get the Relic or the Gold. Card removals, Distant Third. Those 2 are bad, and this just heals you, which would be okay, but I don't think we need it right now. Alright, remove a card from your deck. We added a lot of aggression. We're going to take out one of those strikes. Strikes are relatively useless. She doesn't have anything like Perfected Strike to make it worth playing. Alright, so not a bad opening turn. 34 damage. Nah. But we did get what we wanted. We got the opening turn Predator, which allowed us to draw a ton of cards and fully defend this turn. And we're just going to do that to help cycle through our deck a little bit and get back to our Predator. Alright, that was a really good fight. We're going to take the leg sweep to take advantage of Paper Crane and also give us a defensive option to balance out the Predator. So perfect opening hand now would be Predator and a leg sweep. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's our Predator. We'll go ahead and do that. And the 40% weakness prevented him from getting through our measly 5 shield. And we'll do that. That'll keep him weak for an extra turn, while we hopefully draw lethal. Guaranteed lethal next turn because we played Infinite Blades. And there you go. Who's our boss? I'll take the skill potion. Distraction can be good, but this isn't the deck for it, and there's some more discard deck options. So they're giving us a lot of discard. If we pick up a Tingsha later, I'm going to be a bit disappointed because Tingsha upgraded Calculated Gamble is pretty good. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and take on this elite. Not really the opening hand I was looking for. Let's see if we can get some kind of... Yeah, it's good enough. Okay. Yeah, the paper crane is going to really help us out on this gremlin knob fight. And it doesn't matter because he's dead. We got Centennial Puzzle. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Do we need another copy of Leg Sweep? I'm going to say yes, but I want to start removing these defenses as soon as possible. Alright, and another opening turn combat. Pretty decent. We'll do that. A couple turns of weakness will help us out in surviving his scaling, because he's about to give himself some strength, and he's still doing almost nothing to us, to the point where a single unupgraded survivor is going to keep us fully defended this turn. Not quite enough for lethal. Okay. Yep, more discard. We probably should have pivoted into discard. I get the feeling we're going to see few and far between shivs. Alrighty, that's fine. Let's see, so do we want to rest or do we want to upgrade? Honestly, 3 weak from an upgraded leg sweep will keep us fully defended with Paper Crane. So we'll go ahead and do this. Decent opening hand. Alright, we can stand to take 1 damage. Alright, so we're going to want to transform him this turn to keep him from debuffing us. It's easy enough to do. And hold on 1 second here. Alright, so we're going to want to do that. We're not going to break his shield. I just don't want the shiv cycling back into my hand and preventing me from drawing defenses on his curled up form here. So let's do that, and we'll shiv, and we'll keep him weak for the rest of the game. We could have played that strike. Okay. Yeah, the Guardian's not that hard. It's usually worth, regardless of what your HP is, unless you have absolutely no defenses in your deck, or just garbage defense, you'd want to upgrade a card before you fight him just to increase your overall strength. Okay. And again, we'll take a little bit of damage. So we're not doing too bad. Pretty sure that victory will be ours in this one. Let's see here. So we're gonna do another leg sweep, and that, and that. 32 damage is, or 32 damage. No, yeah, 32 damage on our end is gonna be a little bit hard, but thankfully we drew Predator in time. We want to keep him from doing his big 32 damage hit is what I was getting at there. Okay, we'll stay fully defended. And you can see how good stacking weakness can be on the silent, because this is a silent only relic, I believe. Alrighty. And there's Predator. We are good to go. Alright, so After Image is great in a ship deck. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. That can add up very fast. Malaise, very good in general. And it upgrades to X+1. So at the very least, even if you play it with 0 energy, it'll apply 1 weak, 1 strength. -1 strength, rather. Phantasmal Killer on its upgrade, so it only costs 1 energy. Next turn, your attacks deal double damage. That's okay. And we do have a Predator, but the odds of us getting a Predator the very next turn are pretty low. We're going to take After Image and keep going for that Shiv deck. Wristblade, attacks that cost 0, deal 4 additional damage. Now we can also go Snecko, because we do have a lot of 2-cost cards. But we're going to take Wristblade and hopefully, like I said, continue to get Shiv cards. And maybe some energy cheat relics, or extra energy, as the case may be. We're going to go this path and get 4 rest sites. Oh, hold on, do we get 4 over here? 1. Yeah, we do. Either way, it's more elite. I'm going to go this way, it has more question marks. Alrighty. Couldn't take advantage of the bag of marbles on this turn, but that's okay. Fully defended thanks to After Image. And we'll take a little bit of damage just to chip away at his plated armor there. We'll go ahead and play leg sweep. Alright, and you can see our Shiv now does 8 damage because of the wrist blade. You know, Assassin's Creed reference. Alright, and now, since he only has 6 plated armor, every time we generate that Shiv, it's going to break his plated armor. And if you get him down to 0, he gets dizzy for a turn. But honestly, if it takes you I mean, he's usually dead by then. You know. Alright, so he was not dead by then. Yeah. So this deck definitely needs a little bit more power, a little bit more of an engine to get it going here. Which is why I want to take question marks and shops. Bag of preparation, start a combat, draw 2 additional cards. We're going to do that. We'll take another infinite blades, and we'll take the sling of cards, start each combat with 2 strength. Alrighty, so we're gonna leave. Get some more gold. I believe there's another shop on this path. Okay. Gonna play Gambler's Brew. Ditch those. We'll put him on the ground. So we'll take no damage this turn. Alright, that is a lot of incoming damage, but thankfully we got our leg sweep, and that's gonna help mitigate a little bit of it. So we got 10, 15, 18 coming in. We'll just go ahead and block it. We'll play the after image, we'll weaken him, we'll shiv that guy, and we'll weaken him. And again, it's going to leave us fully defended. So we'll get to take him out. We'll do that, and that, and that. If you're wondering why I'm not playing Predator, they take 50% less damage, so it's only going to be doing 10. And 10 for 2 energy is not that great. We'll put him on the ground, and we will stay defended. Alright, so in spite of the fact that they get stronger, we took only 4 damage. Let's see. Ooh, an upgraded backflip. Let's go ahead and take that. Alright, not too bad. We're going to chip away at his artifacting so that we can start weakening him. We're going to go ahead and play that. We'll play backflip just to give us a little bit more defense against that huge hit. Okay. So this fight's getting a little rough. Alright, 20 incoming damage. That's the last of his artifacting. Do that. Hopefully we can draw... Nope, just trying to draw into our leg sweep. Alright, let's do that and start generating more shivs. Because we need to eat through his shield that he keeps recharging. Yeah, so right now this deck is a little bit anemic without the ability to generate tons of shivs. Because it takes us a couple turns with our unupgraded infinite blades to generate shivs. We might want to consider upgrading these 3 powers next. Essence of Steel, I don't need any of those. We got enough backflips. So we will upgrade one of them, just to get our engine started a little bit earlier. We'll heal. That way I can guarantee these upgrades. Yeah. Upgrade that to be innate as well. The boot, whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked damage, increase it to 5. That would have been great if we didn't already have Wrist Blade. Yeah, and I want the 2 upgrade spots, because now I want the other leg sweep upgraded, and possibly our neutralize. Whetstone, on pickup upgrade 2 random attacks. Hopefully it'll hit Dagger Spray and neutralize. Alright, it did get the Dagger Spray. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of damage this turn, but we had to. A 30 damage Predator is too good to turn up. Okay, and we got our Shiv. Let's see. Yeah, and as he hits you, he puts wounds in your deck, so luckily though we got our shivs going. Yeah, we definitely want to try and fully defend every turn if possible. Preserved Insect, that's going to make floor 3 really good, so we'll have Elite starting with 25% less HP and 2 strength on our end. Choke would be good if we had more ways to make shivs, but hasn't been the best on that. Let's take out a regular defend. Okay. So being able to apply weak is going to make this fight significantly less annoying. And we'll go ahead and guarantee his weakness for the rest of the combat. Okay, so Boot helped us get over our own weakness. Who's our boss? Honestly, the artifacting is not going to help us that much. We'll take the fire potion to help get rid of his minions that he summons. And we'll rest before this combat. Okay. So we'll keep him weak for a while. And let's see. Get rid of one of them right off the bat. And we'll at least block one of these hits. Okay. So getting 2 shivs a turn is going to help a lot because we do have a lot of defensive options in this deck, and we want to make sure that we still have the ability to attack and chip away at his health, especially because he hits you with all 3 status effects. It's alright, we managed to stay fully defended that turn, and we get to use our Predator this turn. Okay. Still waiting for her to summon the Strength of 10 Tigers, being the ghost that walks. Certainly help right now. Yeah, unfortunately you can't exploit this boss, the Collector, anymore. He used to summon minions like every other turn if there were none on the field. He does not do that anymore. Alright, we need to focus all our effort on him and just end this fight before we start taking damage. Because up until that point we were getting pretty lucky with our defense. 2 fire potions, not too bad. Burst would have been good if we had, you know, a bunch of blade dances or something in our hand, but as it is, I'm not taking any of those. Okay, on pickup, remove 2 cards. That would give us 2 40 damage potions. Extra energy, and we get cursed every time we open a chest. Alright, let's just take out some of our basic cards. Oh, Donu and Deka. Alright. This one's gonna be a little bit tough. Alright, thank God for the leg sweep there. Skewer, deal 10 damage X times. That's not bad. It'll be 40 damage on an elite fight. Let's just take it, help us deal with Donu. Pen Nib's gonna help a lot, as will Footwork. And so we'll removing another card. Remove that strike. Transform a card. Let's transform the last unupgraded strike. Oh good, a tactician, just what we needed. I hate to do that, but We are not anywhere near in the clear, so we definitely have to weaken that guy. Play footwork. We'll play that. Yeah. They really did not give us a lot of direction for this deck. Once we decided to turn down... Once we decided to turn down the discard cards. Alrighty. It's free defense. Alright, we really need to... we really need to find a way to take them all out. This can't continue. Okay. That was not a good fight for us. Obtain a rare relic. Yeah, let's do that. See if it's anything that's going to help us out. So, double damage predator plus vulnerability. That is massive. Now, I don't know if it's always the boss you fought on floor 1. I want to say it's not, but I could be wrong. So we'll leg sweep, and we'll get one of the infinite blades off. Okay. Get rid of that tactician. Keep him weak. And just throw that out there. You still take thorn damage for that? Come on. Alright. So let's do that. And let's predator. And we'll throw the shivs out. Whenever you play a power card, heal 2. That's not too bad. Finally, there's our blade dance. And we're going to have to heal now. Almost dying in that last combat as we did. God, all of these are terrible. So we'll just take the 2 madness. Okay. So we're going to play footworks. We'll play that. We'll play that. And we'll play that. Now we do have a pen nip charge ready to go. It's just a matter of drawing into a card that will help us. I mean, we literally have to do that. Whew. These are some rough fights. This is kind of also an indication of how a Donu Deca fight's gonna go, because we do not have enough means to deal damage. We can defend ourselves pretty well, but we are severely lacking in Shiv generation to really make this deck pop off. Second copy and neutralize. And get rid of one of those madnesses. Yeah, that'll work for me. That'll make our skewer really big. Alright. And we will upgrade a card. We'll upgrade the madness, because we're not going to be able to get rid of this second one. Okay. Let's just get rid of that exploder. Alrighty, so yeah, things getting a little bit tense here. Gonna infinite blades, we're gonna do that. Now, you notice that we have Chemical X, so it's +2, so this is still a 20 damage card, even at 0 energy. So that is basically 20 damage for free whenever we draw it, and that is really good. Alrighty. Now we just have to keep our defense up enough to hit him. And we will do that. We'll go ahead and get him weak. Oh, we want to stay at full HP so we can upgrade at the next spot. Do we want to choke? No, they start with too much artifacting. It's going to be too hard to play. And Smith, the footwork. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that just to eliminate his artifacting, so we can start doing some crazy stuff here. Namely, keep them so weak they can't actually hurt us. I did that in the wrong order. It should have been double damage, skewer, and then your shivs. Okay. Whew, that was a rough floor. We almost did not get through that. Like, I think we'll be okay. Thanks almost entirely to Paper Crane. Because even though he's managed to buff their strength up a lot, I mean, I am taking it down by 40% every time I apply weak. And with 7 weak and 3 weak, I got quite a few turns where I'm not going to have to worry about taking damage, especially with my 3 decks here, which means that technically they only have 6 strength, since I am adding 3 decks, if that makes sense. Okay, so next turn, Donu will die, so we want to focus on just playing attack cards. And that was a giant hit on Deca, which should help us. So we do have inevitability, which is surprising given how we almost died literally every single combat on this floor. How we managed to stay at full health for the last couple of fights is beyond me, but this is not very indicative of how good a Shiv deck normally is. We had very few ways of generating Shivs, unfortunately. It seemed the game really wanted us to go Disco Silent, probably because I was making fun of it so hard. Oof, last second damage, unfortunately. And there you go. So that is a silent victory. And let's see what we unlocked. We should, yep. Alright, so that's really good. Catalyst, double the enemy's poison, exhaust. It upgrades to triple. And then Bane upgrades to 10 damage if the enemy has poison, deal 10. And Corpse Explosion, when the enemy dies, deal equal to its max HP to all enemies. That would have one-hit killed Deca if we had managed to get that. Alrighty, so that is it. Silent victory. We have a victory under our belt for every character now. And if we want to, we can start gathering the keys. But that is it for today. I hope you all have a good day.